What is going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Eamon, and over the past year, you've seen me build up my TikTok shop from 0 orders all the way up to 5,000 and almost 800 now. In this video, I'm gonna give you 6 beginner tips that are gonna help you avoid a bunch of those beginner learning pains and struggles that I went through myself. Even better so, down below in the first link in the description, I put together a full TikTok shop course, over 3 hours long of content broken down into 8 modules that is absolutely free. So after you're done watching this video, first of all, make sure you give it a thumbs up, make sure you're subscribed, but then go down below and check out the course. It's totally free and it's going to set you up to begin literally starting from tomorrow. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Okay, tip number 1, I want to help you avoid this mistake right now so you don't fall into it later on. And that is, do not run ads for your TikTok shop. Do not run ads for it, especially at the start. Now, more long term, once you get a ton of viral videos and you're tired of creating content every single day, perhaps you're tired of working with affiliates and you just want to run your already successful content as ads, feel free to do so. The main reason I'm telling you not to do it from the jump is because once you lead with your pocket when it comes to TikTok shop, once you start paying for ads, they're gonna want you to continuously pay for ads, and your organic content is gonna pay the price for this. So for example, if you literally just start out today, you make 8 videos, this is what most people think they're gonna do. Go and record 8 videos, post them, and then pick 2 to 3 to run as ads, even though they haven't had success organically or anything like that. Now, if you go and do that, not only are those videos not actually gonna generate any sales, even though they're being run as ads because they have no comments, no engagement, no likes, but also anything that you post from then on, if you don't continue to run ads or to pay for ads, TikTok is going to stifle your organic growth completely. This has happened to me on more than 5 occasions. I've tested it out 5 different times to make sure it wasn't just me, it wasn't that my content wasn't good, but through all these different 5 stages across the span of 2 years, every single time I run ads, and I do this after I already have viral videos. Those videos, first of all, will not generate me that much sales, but then as soon as I stop the ads, as soon as I stopped paying, all of my content goes from getting between 5,000 to 10,000 regularly views to here and there 100K, a couple of 500K, and a couple of 1 million to getting hundreds of views. It's happened from 2022 all the way up until now. And although I haven't spent that much on ads over this 2-year time span, probably in 2 years, I've spent a couple $100s on ads. I've paid the price for it dearly, and it always takes a couple of weeks to recover from that I call it the ad hangover, for my content to start doing good again. So especially if you're just starting out, do not kill your account now and stay away from ads completely. Tip number 2, and this ties in with the first piece of advice I gave you, make your primary investment affiliates instead of ads. So as you start creating your content, and you know my whole strategy, what I stand by, the hill that I die on, is that you need to create as much content as possible. Volume is the name of the game. Now, this volume is going to get you sales from your videos and also attract a ton of affiliates for you. Now, instead of going to spend your money on advertisements, spend that money on sending samples to affiliates. Now, I'll always do have a judgment system for affiliates, unless you have an unlimited budget, which is obviously going to affect you in the long term because you're going to start seeing a lot of losses. Don't send samples to anyone and everyone. The 2 factors that I like to judge by are estimated post rate. That's number 1, because if they're getting samples and not posting with them, that gives you like a 0% chance of having any return from that affiliate. And then factor number 2 is go on that affiliate's page, look at their content, and make sure it fits. I'll give you an example. I had the ideal affiliate come to me and submit a sample request. She generated over $250,000 in the last 30 days, had over 100,000 followers, averaged about 30 to 100, no, it's not 30, I think between 10 and 100,000 views on average for most of the videos. So I said, okay, this is a great affiliate, but I didn't notice that on her page. I didn't really go through it and filter it. I noticed that afterwards, after I sent her the sample, she only got 5,000 views with my sample, and I'm sitting there wondering, like, why is that? I got no sales from her or anything. Then once I go on the page, I noticed that how she drives sales is through selling products like leggings, loungewear, sports bras, which does not fit with my product at all. So it made no sense for me to send that person a sample. The other thing I noticed is that most of her followers are men. So although she is generating sales with a woman's product, I'm guessing women here and there buy her product. I started looking at the comments and just a bunch of creepy guys commenting on how her body looked and stuff like that. And it made no sense for my kind of product, especially because it wasn't a legging, it wasn't a loungewear, it wasn't a sports bra. So make sure that product that they're generating sales from matches what you are selling yourself. And tip number 3, I should have actually made this tip number 1 because it's the thing that I speak about the most on this channel. This is the thing that I'm most passionate about, is that volume is going to be your winning formula. You see, many people want to start TikTok shop and want to be lazy, right? They want to start a brand new business, make 10K, 50K, 100K a month, but they sit there and say, well, and I've spoken to many of these people, I don't really want to create content. I'm like, you want to make money off TikTok shop, right? Yeah, I want to make money off TikTok shop. You understand that TikTok is a content platform. Yeah, I understand TikTok is a content platform, but you're telling me you want to make money without making any content. I understand being a little shy, I don't really know how to create content, which I cover in the free course down below. I understand that, but to say that you don't want to create any content, then TikTok shop is just not for you. Try a different business model. So my main strategy is that you get in your samples of whatever you are selling and you create between 3, and I used to say 1 to 3. Now I'm saying, okay, right, the first week the samples come in, like get a little warmed up, maybe make 1 to 3 videos a day. After the first week, I want you to be making 2 to, I'll say 6 pieces of content a day, every single day. Create, because remember this, all it takes is 1 video to go viral and it will change your business forever. And in changing your business forever, it will change your life forever. This is how I started out in August of 2023 last year. And I was creating content endlessly, all day long. I was creating. And guess what happened 2 months ago? I was able to quit my 9 to 5 that I hated to focus entirely on my TikTok shop business. Would I have been able to do that if I sat there and said, I just want to get sales just from my product pictures and run some ads here and there and then maybe send to affiliates? No, none of those things are in your control. The one thing that you can control is that once your samples come in, you pick up your phone, which is in your hand, and you click the record button and you try and you test out different styles of content. Again, in the free course down below, I have a module that's 30 minutes long dedicated to content. And in it, I show you guys and I give you examples of 6 or 7, I think maybe even 8 different styles of content that you can create. And just by watching that, you can just go literally create 2 to 3 to 4 of each style every single day so that you're not making the same video over and over again. And this volume is going to attract you affiliates, it's going to get you sales, it's going to get you more followers, going to get you more reviews, and going to get you more social proof. No one wants to promote a product for a shop that doesn't exist. If your page has, I don't know, 100 followers and you have like 3 videos, why would anyone go and request a sample from you? They're never going to see your product. You're gonna sit there wasting your time all day long DMing affiliates that are low tier affiliates, low quality affiliates, who are then gonna get your samples. It's I give them a 20% chance they'll actually make the content and then like a 5% chance the content is actually good, because you've given yourself such a low chance of getting actually good affiliates. So go out there and post. Tip number 4, and this is something that I started doing when I first began last year. That is, if you have a personal account with over, I think now the barrier to be an affiliate is 1,000 followers. If you have a personal account that fits this criteria, promote your products using your personal account and your business account. I'm gonna tell you guys exactly how I do it right now. So I have my business account, but on the business account, most of the audience, I would say 90% is female audience. On my personal page, it's a lot more of a male audience. So on my personal account, when it comes to my captions, the style of content I make, it's more so targeted and pointed towards a male audience in terms of the music I use in the videos, the way the captions are written. And on the business page, I even speak differently, right? I'm gonna speak on my main page, I'm speaking a little bit slower, more controlled like this. But then on the one that's dedicated to more of a girl audience, I'm a lot more excited, a lot more bubbly. You need to try out these different strategies so you can get a bigger audience. So because I'm selling a unisex product now, I can get a lot more sales if I'm getting sales from guys and girls? Why am I just gonna focus on one audience? But you don't have to think that far ahead right now. You're just starting out. Just make content on both pages. This is gonna give you more volume, and it's not gonna be just the same page posting the same stuff over and over again. When you post on your personal page, and you can do this when you're just starting out, make it almost seem like you're just an affiliate of that shop. Like that's not actually your business. This is what I did very, very effectively last year. I was getting many millions of views and driving a lot of sales from my own videos on my personal page as an affiliate of my TikTok shop. It's gonna take time, guys, but we wanna make or try to create as many avenues to make money for ourselves using TikTok shop as possible. And if you're over here just creating 1 to 2 videos a day on the business page, and there's someone who's creating 3 videos on their personal page, 3 on the business page, who's gonna win? And this isn't a strategy that I just use, even though I did it pretty early on. Over these last few weeks, I noticed the owner of a very successful supplement brand on TikTok shop called Ecovision. And although on Ecovision's business account, they have a couple 100,000 followers and they have influencers that they pay to create content on that page, the owner on his personal page with only 20,000 followers, he is posting every single day from 3 to 6 times a day. His videos are not getting a ton of likes, they're not getting a ton of views, but he is creating as much possibility to increase revenue as possible for his business. And if he's doing that with a multi-million-dollar business, who are you to not do it with your business that's just starting out? Create as many avenues and as many channels for revenue as you can, because every single post that you make is like a free lottery ticket. And all it takes is for one of those lottery tickets to hit and everything changes. Tip number 5, and I wish someone had told me this many months ago, but make sure you leverage TikTok Live. This is a relatively new feature that not many TikTok sellers are using because live selling is not very common here in the West. You see in China, it's already a multi-billion-dollar industry. In the US, not many people utilize live selling because they think it's outdated. I don't know if you guys remember those old infomercials from the mid-2000s, 2010 to 2015. You'd go on a channel and be people selling and they'd be showing you the product and they say, hey, call now and you can get it for this deal. People are doing that. Not people, I am doing that as well. Right now on TikTok shop, and it is driving sales. I never thought it would work, but there's just something about being on live, being able to speak to someone, address their concerns directly right there, show them what the product looks like, show them what it looks like on, answer shipping questions, answer sizing questions, material questions, all of that right there, and encouraging them. Pretty much it's like you're making sales directly face to face. It makes things much easier. For example, you can be on live and someone's like, oh, can you show this? And then you show it and you're like, well, the other thing about this, Jessica, is that we're almost running out of these actually. And I have a flash sale for you right now. I actually just pinned it for you, Jess, just for you. It's right there. If you click on it, you're able to see how it looks on. You'll see the size guide and you'll also see the coupons that are on offer right now. And with the coupon and the flash sale, you can get it for a super good deal. When are you ever gonna be able to do that? And you can do that on a mass scale, on a live. You're talking to between 10 to 50 people to maybe hundreds of people at a time, right? At a time, and you're over there actually connecting with your audience. And you're able to drive sales directly. The other thing it's helped me out a lot with live is that I drive people to my website and turn them into email list or SMS list subscribers, where even though I might not get the sale right away, I can get it in a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even months. They'll eventually convert, and that conversion was due to the live. So the live gives you not just immediate results of sales right then and there, but it builds a connection with the audience, and also it gives you long-term potential of driving more sales. Now, I know to start out, going on live can be a bit intimidating, so I would recommend just building up. Right? When you try to build a new habit, you don't just go into the gym for the first time and run 30 minutes on the treadmill and then bench press 500 pounds. You might go in, you might walk on the treadmill for 2 minutes, and you might go and just pick up some 15-pound weights and just go like this with them. But at least that's a start. So with live, start out with maybe even 10 minutes, maybe even 5. And every single day, add 2 minutes, add 4 minutes, add 5, and you're gonna get to a point where you're gonna be like, 15 minutes is too short, I'm just gonna go for 20. 20 is too short, let me go for 40. 40 is too short, let me go for an hour. An hour is too short, let me go for 3 hours, right? And you're gonna slowly build up and start to enjoy the process, especially when those sales start to come in. And last but not least, tip number 6 for beginners is that I recommend you choose a product that already has an established target audience. You see, if you don't have any prior e-com experience, if you don't have an already built out brand, mind, it's going to be very hard for you to build something totally from scratch. Build up the audience for it, build up the customer for it, right? So you want to think of something that already has an audience. I'll give you guys an example. Basketball season is coming up right now. When football season came in, there was this very successful product both last year and this year. It's these oversized crew necks that are in a gray color that have a vintage style font and writing to them of the different football teams. So whenever football season is coming around, this is a very easy product to sell. So now basketball season is coming up, hockey season is coming up. You can go and do that with Boston basketball, for example, Boston hockey. Don't use the actual team's logos, but just use the city and the sport name. And that's an easy sell because it already has an established audience. So all you got to do is go and create the content for it. Eventually affiliates are going to start requesting samples, and then eventually those sales are going to start to come in. But that is it, guys. Thank you so much for watching this video. Those were my 6 tips. I hope you actually go out there and apply them. You see, you can consume YouTube content all day long about TikTok Shop, but you need to every single day, at the end of the day, ask yourself the question, am I doing anything to actually apply the content that I'm watching? And if the answer to that is no, then you're not going to see any results. You can even watch my videos all day long. Thank you for the AdSense, but it's not going to help you. It's not going to change your life in any way. So after watching this video, go down below, check out the free course, and from tomorrow, start applying what I'm saying. From tomorrow, and I guarantee you in a month, you'll see some results. 3 months, start to see more results. Maybe in 8 to 12 months, you can finally leave that 9 to 5 that you hate, and the course is absolutely free. So go check it out. Thank you so much for watching this video. Like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. I'm out.